Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There is no turning back now. I decided I include myself in this video today as well. Not only because we have received something incredibly special and something that I've been waiting on very, very excitedly for quite some time, and also the other reason was because, you believe it or not, but on the same day when I received this, I just got this t-shirt shipped, which also just arrived from Fright Rags, so I was like, what a happy coincidence. Guys, I'm incredibly excited about this piece. This was written out to be released mid-year. However, I thought, I'm not entirely sure, but there were like some strikes in China or whatnot. So they were a little bit later. They just shipped recently, and I'm absolutely stoked to finally open this. This is no reason to hide it, because anyone seen the thumbnail, you know why you're here for. This is going to be an studio replica of the Stan Winston studio produced Velociraptor I, in conjunction with Stan Winston studio key artist Rob Hinderstein, who also hand signed the certificate of authenticity. ILM artist Bitan and Oscar Ankarod, a frequent collaborator with Elite Creature Collectibles, were also involved during the creation of this space. And before we crack open the box, just allow me to tell you two things. One of them is basically the same thing I say now every video now I make, and I apologize for it, but this is another childhood dream coming true. It's really hard for me to believe yet again that we live in a world where we can purchase these historical reproductions from movie history. And the other thing I'm going to tell you is that I love Elite Creature Collectibles as a company, and I have several pieces from them. I never heed my opinion about when it comes to prices, and you probably heard me talking about it in my previous videos. I felt, and I will be the first to admit it, and I just only want to tell you this because I want to stay objective in the review, that I found this piece overpriced, and so I paid like 700 pounds for it here in the UK, and you will see the size. It's actually bigger than I thought. However, that's not the point. For what we get from other companies and etc., what they can produce these days, I know the prices are rising, blah 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 blah, but I found the piece a little bit overpriced, and I'm not gonna lie about that. And yet here I am, eating my own words. I purchased the piece. Now, this is not an everyday occurrence for me. I'm very conscious about how I buy my collectibles. I want to be responsible about it, as many of you, I'm sure, out there. The reason why I, in the end, jumped on it, and thank God I did, because I knew that there is only 100 pieces produced of this worldwide. I knew if I'm not getting this piece, I won't be able to get this on the secondary market. If one by any chance goes up for sale on the secondary market, the secondary market prices will be just crazy. This is a very rare piece, Stan Winston studio reproduction. I was really considering to get the T-Rex eye as well, but I was afraid of its size, and the Velociraptors were always my favorite, and I was like, if I get one eye, then it has to be this. Now, I've seen Already, I think on social media, Elite Creature Collectibles or maybe Oscar, someone teased that there is gonna be a tiger raptor eye replica from the Lost World Jurassic Park. It looks great. The tiger raptors were always my favorite. I might get it, I don't know. I really wanted a Jurassic Park 1 Velociraptor eye because Jurassic Park, the original film, is the best in the series, no doubt, although I really love The Lost World as well. And even JP3, I know a lot of people will judge me for that. I think JP3 is better than any of the new films we got, just, I put that out there. Anyway, so I just really wanted an authentic raptor eye from the first film. And here it is, so my god, let's crack it open. And let's jump in with some shots of me opening the box. So excited to finally receiving this piece. The box is really beautiful, very sturdy, the usual type of box that Elite Creature Collectibles tends to use with their Jurassic Park line. It almost looks like a crate of some kind. And here it is. I'm assembling the base and the eye on the top. It's pretty straightforward. There are these two metal poles going in to this very simple matte black base. I do love the presentation. And here a little bit of some other Velociraptors just for company. With the eye, when I first assembled it and put it on the table like this and started shooting this, honestly I didn't know what to say. It looks so real. I mean, it registers beautifully on the video camera, but in real life, I mean, there is so many colors in the eye. When we're gonna move closer, you will see. Anyway, I just really want to say that it's so weird that we have this type of collectible, and when I say it was a childhood dream coming true, I do really mean it, because one of my favorite sequences in the film, in fact, was the one where the snake climbs in front of or crawls in front of the Velociraptor eye, and the eye blinks. When I was a child and I've seen this, I just how did they do it? And I was already a Stan Winston fan, so I knew some things about the making of the film, and obviously there was a lot of material, documentaries. Here I'm just showing the details of the base here. I love the Stan Winston Studio logo on it, this beautiful signature as well. I think, if memory serves me right, that logo was designed by Jim Charmetz. Someone might correct me on that. Anyway, so I've seen that sequence, and I'm always, I'm in general actually, we're always very attracted to special effects eyes, because I think creating eyes for puppets and for characters is a really beautiful craft. And Rob Hindestein, whose name is right there, you can see the back where the information is, from Replica Reproduction, is one of the finest artisans who's working in the industry, and created these phenomenal eyes for the film. I mean, who can forget the incredible sequence with the T-Rex's eye dilating when the light hits it, when Lex and Tim are in the car and they're being attacked by the T-Rex. What an incredible sequence. And there it is, the money shot of the eye. There's the little Kenner Velociraptor there for company. That's what was one of my favorite toys when I was a kid, and It's so nice to put them next to each other, how it began and how it is now, how it goes now. Anyway, so that incredible blinking shot in the film by the raptor, you know, it even has a secondary eyelid like birds do. This like membrane goes over the eye, and I always loved that the other eyelids don't completely close in on the eyeball. It's just so beautifully done. It looks alive. That scene really sells the idea that this creature, this character is in fact a living, breathing animal. I just love that scene, and I was always, I'm waving in the eye there. Always was admiring, you know, how Stan Winston's studio pulled off creating these incredible creatures and characters. And here, with some atmospheric lighting, just trying to give you an idea how it can look. I'm gonna say this, I'm incredibly satisfied with the product. It's beautifully done. I might go over, you know, do some airbrushing on the scales and stuff, because on the top I think it's a little bit too dark, and Oscar, the gentleman who painted the prototype, Mr. Oscar Ankarud, was telling me that he, on the prototype, had these lighter tones between the scales, you know, to make them pop more, you know, to give them some contrast, and that's how really the Raptor looked in the film as well. It's not bad how it comes out of the box, really, really beautiful, as you can see on these images. It's just a little plus, you know, I might do whenever time allows, which I have no idea when that will happen. I still haven't painted the Parasaurolophus either. Just too much work. Anyway, so it's really nice how it comes out of the box. However, I must say, unfortunately, as it's almost usual now, something is always a little bit off when I get my Elite Creature Collectibles products, and it's quite, for lack of a better word, disappointing. I had some kind of factory serial number sticker on the top of my bust, so I had to use a hairdryer to like soften up the adhesives on the sticker, because I was afraid that it's gonna pick up the paint, but thankfully nothing like that happened. But I must say that Elite Creature Collectibles just really need to up their game, in my opinion, especially the money they ask for these products, and I hope I'm not being overly critical here by saying that, you know, finding this factory tape on the top of your bust or prop replica is not up to the standards of the company, and you shouldn't find this after you opening the box. Also, I'm gonna say that as I mentioned previously, that I do think that the piece is a little bit overpriced. I think around the 500 mark it would have been a little bit more justifiable, but I appreciate that they spared no effort in the creating of this piece. I'm super satisfied. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if you're a Jurassic Park or Stan Winston fan, it's definitely a must-have. Thank you so very much for watching another one of my reviews. I hope you found it informative somewhat, and I guess I'll see you on the next one.